here. Okay, we are at the late stages of FIFA World Cup 2026 happening right now. And as most of you know, it's playing in Mexico, Canada, and US, mostly in US, at least now in these late stages. And why am I talking about FIFA World Cup? And there's a reason to do that. It's kind of a very unique story that connects me with this World Cup. 4 national teams playing in this World Cup. And those teams are Bosnia and Herzegovina, or as we say, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Then it's Croatia, then it's Canada, and of course United States. And how am I connected to all those 4 countries? Okay, first of all, I was born in Bosnia, at the time part of former Yugoslavia. Okay, this is a passport of former Yugoslavia. I don't have passport of Bosnia because Bosnia did not exist at the time when I was obtaining these passports. Anyway, I grew up, went to school, went to university, graduated from university in Bosnia, and find a first job in Bosnia, working as a corporate lawyer. And in the same time, I was pretty inclined in sports, all kind of sports, starting with gymnastics and then moving to kind of ball sports, moving to handball, very popular sport in Europe. Then briefly played a little bit of volleyball, and then most of my time spent playing basketball. And I even played, it's kind of a regional league that I played in. And I was pretty good. And the problem was I was not tall enough to actually do something with that sport, to go any further in that sport. And then later on I moved to Croatia. That was another part of former Yugoslavia, now independent state. And there's my second passport. This one is from Croatia. It's this passport is expired, but well, that was the passport that I actually used when I moved to Canada. But in Croatia, I was also working as a corporate lawyer for many years and playing sports, mostly volleyball, and I discovered tennis and played tennis, especially in the summer league that is there. In the place where I lived, it's kind of a very touristy place and lots of people coming from everywhere. And I played tennis there, and later actually even coached kids. Then, as some of you know, we had that terrible breakup of former Yugoslavia, and I was living in Croatia at the time, but my sister and my brother came from Bosnia to live with me to escape kind of fighting that was happening in the Bosnia. And then we decided we will go somewhere, because at the time we couldn't see any possibilities of returning back to the place where we used to live in Bosnia. And we decided to immigrate somewhere. And the only country that was accepting us at the time was Canada. And we ended up in Manitoba, of all places. And I came from Croatia, from Adriatic Sea, beautiful climate and everything, and went to Manitoba in minus 40 Celsius degrees, and that experience I will never forget. Anyway, I became a citizen in Canada and actually started my certification for coaching tennis. Worked in Canada as a software engineer and tennis coach as well, and that was for almost 15 years, spending in Canada, playing, coaching tennis, and working as software engineer. Then I met my wife. She is an American citizen, and we kind of waited where to live, Canada or US, where she lived at the time, and we decided to live in US, actually in Texas, Dallas, Texas. And that's where I changed my Canadian passport, and later on I became US citizen as well. And in US I worked as a tennis coach. That was the first and only job to get at the time. And then later on I became real estate agent, worked as a banker for JP Morgan Chase, big bank, software tester for IBM and AT&T, and then retired, and now spending time doing wildlife photography and running this YouTube channel. Okay, and this whole story is supposed to be about football, or soccer as they like to call it here. And it is because in this FIFA World Cup happening right now, there's 4 teams that I have connection with. That's team of Bosnia and Herzegovina, there's a Croatian team, and there's Canadian team, and there's of course a US national team. And I have plenty of teams to cheer on, and it was very difficult when Bosnia and Herzegovina played USA. And it was extremely mixed feeling. I did not know what to do. I was just kind of total wreck watching that game. And at the end, US won, but there was still 2 teams left, Croatia and Canada, and of course US as well. And now, after a couple of rounds played off, there's no any teams of those 4 countries that I'm kind of connected with left to play. They are all out, and now I can actually relax, if you can say that, and just watch football, or as they wrongly call it, soccer here. And I kind of watched football before several World Cups, and especially earlier in my life. And I'm kind of very disappointed for the quality of game right now. And I kind of attributed that to my age. I'm kind of pretty old now. And when you get old, all those things that happened before, when you were young and good looking and full of energy and everything, seems a little bit more or much more better in everything when you were younger. And maybe that's the reason I do not enjoy these games as much as I used to enjoy them before. It's kind of everybody's playing and not to lose. They don't play like, okay, let's go and win this game, let's score goals, let's do something. It's kind of just everybody staying around on somebody else's part of the court, half of the court, and just pushing the ball to each other until somebody kind of makes mistake or something happened. There's no kicks, there's pretty boring game happening right now. But anyway, that's my opinion, and some of you may not agree with me, but that's what I think about it right now. And here, as you can see, I only have one jersey, and that is from US, because there was a couple games that played actually here in Dallas, where I live. And I went to one and watched the game, and it was really good experience. And that's about it. That's my story about FIFA World Cup 2026 and my connection to this beautiful, most popular sport on the planet, football. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting stories, different kind of stories that I may have in the future. Milorad, out. Maybe I should wear this one.